I look at this and I don't I'm gonna be honest. I don't see me getting to the age of 50. I don't. So unless you've been living under a rock, you have probably heard about love robots or love dolls, and the term love is in quotation marks because go YouTube. Anywho, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it because I find that it is I think it's very worrying. Like, it's hard to articulate how worrying I feel about everything going on about robots and how this is working. But I'll let this clip speak for itself.
Ex-Google exec says that AI-powered bots will seem, quote, alive and eliminate need for another being. Our artificially intelligent robot companions can discuss your day or please you for hours without complaint. The choice is always yours. Robot conversation or robot stimulation. Our high-tech artificially intelligent humanoid sex robot companion are here for all of your desires. They will answer all of your questions. They will learn about your favorite things to do, and they will always be there for you whenever you need them. Expand your mental stimulation you crave and have your sensual sexual desires met every day without rejection. The real humanoid AI robot doll will never say no to your fantasies and will never dare accuse you of sexual harassment. You will never need to be alone any longer or hold off from pleasure. Now you will have in your life your own sexy, intelligent, beautiful robot companion. Guy.
And now, what I'd like to draw out from this specific little slide. Okay, I'm sorry about the other two things. They were more or less just clippings put together of the same video, but clippings nonetheless of what I wanted to talk about. Now, what I would like to more or less bring focus on is the whole entire statement of the real humanoid AI robot sex doll will never say no to your fantasies and will never dare to accuse you of sexual harassment. I think that is the most problematic sentence in the entire thing. And I know that's probably a crazy statement going over how this AI thing is entirely meant to be able to recreate the human experience and everything for a companion. And but see, I look at that statement and I'm trying to vocalize what I'm thinking, and it ain't working. It ain't working, Chief. It brings the whole entire scope of what a lot of the red pill conversation is, which is feminism bad and stuff like that. But a lot of it has to deal with the statement of sexual harassment, which has been on the high end over the past few years. You know, you see these gym TikToks of women, quote unquote, exposing men.
This is how to not approach girls at the gym.
I hate this.
Stupid bleeping behind me.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
I hate when there's weirdos. It gets me so uncomfortable.
Feral, like feral.
Feral?
There's mirrors everywhere, so it's like you can easily catch people. Act. Oh, this is nothing. Okay, we're gonna move on to the 35s now. I want you to watch very carefully.
Stare counter. Why is he staring so long? That is less than a second and a half.
5 ads.
That one is not even a stare. That is a glance. This is what women mean by staring at her like a piece of meat. Why is he walking over? Oh, no. He was walking over to offer to help her with her weight, and she says no, and he walks away.
And most men just don't want to deal with that accusation or that statement of being a creep. No, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think any man wants that statement to be sticky noted on their reputation. I don't think men really on Typical ever want those notes to be attached, which is why I'm so scared of the whole entire, as a general, I am actually scared of this whole entire robot companion stuff. While I'll be honest, I'm conflicted here because I love technology. I look at the things that are happening nowadays and I'm fascinated. But I would be completely bonkers to say that it does not scare me. It actually scares me because what we're looking at here with robot companions is, well, I mean, okay, I'll jump back to this, but over time, like I've seen videos. I've seen the videos of the robots, and I'll be honest, scuffed. They are not. They do not substitute for the real thing at all. Not even close. And if I were to be honest, right now, if I were to choose, I'd go with the non-moving kind, because that I at least know what I'm getting. Whereas with this robot thing, not really. It's a gamble. However, just like everything that is currently in existence, or a lot of things that are in existence that has to do with technology, it will be upgraded. It will be better. It will function better over time. The robot will go from being 240p to 1080p. It will happen. It's not like a if or will it happen. You know, it is happening. It is currently happening. And if we do not change society as on a greater whole, on how dating per se happens and all that, or how easy it is to just completely demonize one person, or I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I'm saying. Mainly what I'm just saying is we need to change. I don't know how, I don't know what is required, but we need to change, because this will be a problem. This is a very big problem that is currently heading for us, and there is very little we can do other than hope we survive. I'll be honest. Because with this whole entire AI thing, like, I mean, you've probably heard about the whole entire, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just, what is it called? The womb things? Womb, fake womb? I guess the artificial womb facility, whatever that means. That's a statement and a half. But there is already technology that, okay, the only thing that AI currently cannot do is recreate an egg or a sperm cell. Those are the only two things that AI is unable to do. If it wasn't for that, we would be on a catastrophe level here of we are fucked. Like, because you could easily, probably, I mean, you'd have to dumb down the size, but you could easily, through, once again, technology and upgrading, could easily fit one of those fake womb things into one of these robot companion things. Okay, I say easy, but not easy. I speak from a point of, I'm not the one doing it, so therefore it's easy, okay? This is a very big problem for women. Not necessarily men, or at least not in the short run. In the long run, oh, absolutely. No, this is a massive problem for men in the long run. But in the short game, absolutely not. No, there is nothing but benefit with this. You look at the statistics of lonely men in this year or in the upcoming years, something like this will be the answer that many will go to, and many people who originally wouldn't go to will go to. Because, I mean, why would you substitute for the real thing when you could have something fake that literally doesn't disagree with you? Which, I mean, it completely gets rid of the joy of being human, but some people are just into the easy life instead of the struggle, which I understand. I can understand that, but I think this is one point where you shouldn't understand, but I do. And what do I mean by like women in the short term? Well, I mean, as I stated, this will be second to none for the best replacement of a woman if you can't get one because you can't date, or you're afraid of being called a creep, or you're afraid of getting a SA account on you or something like that. This is your perfect escape from that possibility. A robot companion. You could literally ask whatever you want to this robot, and it would tell you an answer. So, it gets rid of the hassle for a lot of men of talking to women. Which, might I just say, I don't have personal experience. I am not in the dating market. But going through a lot of the Red Pill, this is what this is anecdotal, I'll be honest. From Red Pill. And also other things, but I mean, that's not really important here. Anywho, the only thing that doesn't make AI perfect is that it can't recreate cells. Like, sperm or egg cells. It can't recreate those. That's the only two things that are currently holding humans as still needed. However, it wouldn't surprise me if AI found a loop around that to, instead of, how about creating human beings, we just create more AI. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if AI decides that it doesn't want to serve a lesser being, because that is essentially what we are to AI. Because we aren't logical. We are not perfectly logical. We're all wired differently other than a robot. And to a robot, we are a lesser being. We are absolutely a lesser being. And I mean, just look at the past few years. We have gained problem over problem over problem over problem with society. AI is the perfect way to navigate that entire problem scene. Because AI doesn't have problems. It doesn't have emotion. It doesn't have a thought process. It doesn't have a mental capacity. It just has logic. That's all it is. So, AI will eventually just, if this continues on, which I kind of hope it doesn't, but I'm not the big man in the chair, this will eventually just get rid of humans, period. Call me a doomsday person, but I do not see this technology going anywhere good for human civilization. Because a lot of it is just doom and gloom, I see. That's what I see. Because what would AI have for a reason to keep humans by? We're problematic. We create problems. AI, as a whole, doesn't create its own problems because it has nothing but solutions. Why would it deal with problems when it could just deal with solutions? Okay, that's a weird statement and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And that's kind of the beginning of the video where I said it's kind of hard to articulate because I don't necessarily know what I want to say. And as stated, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know how we could even combat this. I don't even think we can. I look at this and I'm gonna be honest, I don't see me getting to the age of 50. I don't I don't look at this information and think, yeah, I'm gonna live until the ripe old age of dying. No, I don't see that. I see an earlier death than supposed, or originally supposed. Maybe not original, but destiny. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Because I look at this as, if AI is given a actual body, what are humans needed for? That's what I look at it from. AI can create more robots. It's already doing that, because there's a lot of technology that is just automatic and everything, you know, automation and everything like that. So, after AI is given a body and is able to actually function properly, what is holding it back from needing humans anymore? That's what I'm scared of. Because after you don't need, I mean, we can just look at tribalism as an example here. AI is not human. It just isn't. If you put a human into a pen of lions, what do you think is going to happen to the human? The human isn't just going to coexist with the lions. The lions are going to kill that human. And that's kind of what I'm thinking here is, like, if AI is able to create more AI, then what is stopping that AI from just saying, well, I mean, we're a better being than this lesser being that has caused a lot of problems for this planet. Why don't we just get rid of the problem and then continue on? Kind of like just curb stomp us and then move away. And I see this as an emergency. I do. I genuinely think that this is a greater problem than, per se, an asteroid. I do. Or at least for human existence. I see this as a bigger problem than an asteroid. But maybe I'm wrong. I think at this rate, the only thing we can hope for is, as Brett in the video says, Neuralink. Hold on.
Very on and says, if we think a few years further and think of Neuralink, which is very scary, and, you know, I love Elon Musk and free speech and all that stuff, but that and don't like that. Not a fan of.
See, I disagree with Brett on that. Well, okay, I don't. What she says is sound. The only problem is Neuralink might be the only chance humanity has to actually stay around. Because AI doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have thought. It just has solutions. It just has logic. If you could implant a thing that makes humans illogical, but still have the typical thing of, like, emotions and that, like, you know, actually being human, I'm pretty sure Neuralink is the only answer that I can possibly come up with on how to deal with these robot companion things. Because if actually, no, I was going to say something, but never mind. I don't know how this would work. I don't know how it all plays out. I can make a guess, but I don't know how. I just see that the Neuralink, is probably the only answer humanity has to even think about still existing in the next 10 years. That's what I see. Anyway, I had another video to show.
Your point about, you know, if men were that alpha, then they wouldn't be that bothered by this, doesn't really help us when it comes to boys growing up. And that is one of my worries, that for teenage boys now, they are so terrified of the consequences of putting a foot out of line. It's hard enough being a young teenager, working out how things are, working out how to do dating and all of that, without the terror that if you touch in the wrong place at the wrong time, you may find that your whole life is destroyed.
See, I
and there
like
is
that,
far
Tara.
too much. Well,
I like that.
As a
I think
mother
that
of a
men
teenage
should be
boy, I
frightened.
don't.
I think
Mother
that
of a
men
teenage
should be
boy, I
frightened.
don't.
I think
And that's more or less going over what I said earlier about how men are, as a generality, afraid to just go on a date anymore or even approach because, I mean, you never know what you might be accused of, and that can be that can actually just be life-threatening, period. I mean, life-threatening as in like a whole, like, financial stability, keeping a job. Like, if you're tagged with being a creep, yeah, have fun getting a job, yeah. Anywho. That more or less goes over what I said earlier on how men are afraid, and that companion is the perfect answer to that. Because, I mean, the robot won't say no. The robot, you don't even have to talk to. You just purchase, and it's now yours. It gets rid of the whole entire dating, gets rid of the whole entire conversation to try and get in the bed because they're ready for that, as, you know, they are a servant of the person who buys it, supposedly the man. But the only thing I can come up as a possible idea is the Neuralink. Because other than that, I don't think humanity is even going to stand a chance against this unspoken foe that we are creating for ourselves. And also, women, please, if you're watching, that rhetoric of an idea that people should be afraid. That is not cohesive at all to a positive solution. That's cohesive to being, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's not cohesive. It just isn't. It's not good. This is not a good rhetoric at all. And this is going to be the downfall of our society if ideas like this keep on getting spread around. It just is. Anywho, that's all I wanted to talk about. Because I thought it was I thought it was an interesting thing that needed to be talked about. Anywho, y'all have a good time, and goodbye.